Hello guys, Solitary Gaming here, back from another part of BioBlack, and let's get started. A lot of students were in such shock that they'd gone home for the day, and the rest of the class were still abuzz. Trying to look out for Ito, the professor instructed us in no uncertain terms to keep the incident a secret. And we were told not to talk about it to anyone during the class, outside of the class. But there's no way everyone would be able to keep such a secret. It was only a matter of time before it was all over school. What happened was just too huge to be buried, too impossible to keep secret. Her life is over. Afterwards, Ito was carried off to the nurse's office by Saki, the professor. She was probably still resting there. What would she think when she woke up? Not only did she take off our clothes and masturbate during class, she even came in and peed in front of everyone as well. It's such a load to carry. There's no question that her days at the school will only be a dark hell. There are a lot of people who were once popular, but who were instantly ran as losers just because they peed their pants at school. People would do that? When you consider that, I realized that I may have done a terrible thing to poor Mika Ito. When I realized it wasn't Ito's fault. It's just her bad luck that she'd been the best candidate for my experiment. You just call it bad luck. You don't really feel bad. But now that it's done, there's something I could do. It wouldn't help if I apologized after the fact, and probably no one would believe me anyway if I told them I did it with a spell. I wasn't sure even Steam Saki would believe it. Anyway, I never dreamed it would turn out the way it did. But my only consolation was that the fact that I wasn't 100% certain that Ito's actions were caused by just a magic spell. She couldn't rule out the possibility that it was just a coincidence. I mean, it would be too convenient to be true if that were the case. No one knew that better than me. But that was what I was going to tell myself. I'm never going to tell anybody about this. The same goes for that book and the magic. No one will ever know about it with me. I should probably take this as a lesson, and I try not to go near that book anymore if I can help it. I better stop myself before I mess up and cause irreparable damage next time, or I'll really be sorry. Still, I did have a feeling that after seeing what happened today, there's no way I could be able to keep my hands off of that book. Really? Do you want to do it again? If that book was for real, then that meant its tremendous power could be mine. Don't be power hungry. It must be just an unfortunate accident. I'm sitting there lost in thought when Imari comes up to me with an unsettled face to ask me this. I stopped thinking and look over at Imari. Imari saw the whole thing too. Some of the guys started swapping rumors in a joking way. Most of the girls are still in shock. It's not as though Imari and Ito were ever that close, but I guess Imari was still worrying about her. I don't know how to answer. I know something's way wrong. Mika's just not the kind of person to do something like that in front of everyone. True, anyone would agree about that. What Mika Ito just did was clearly crazy. It's not that kind of impulsive action that could conceivably be ascribed to exhaustion or stress. Well, sometimes people just lose it, you know. Maybe she just went crazy. No. But although I had a pretty good idea what's the cause of Ito's inexplicable behavior was, I can't tell her anything. Yeah. I mean, whoever did that was such a jerk. Ugh. Imari clenches her fist tightly and trembles with anger as she says this. It looks as though Imari is pretty convinced that someone intimidated Ito into doing what she did. Of course, she has no way of knowing that the person responsible was standing right in front of her. It was so awkward for me to listen in to Imari like this. She was right about one thing, that for the one who did the actual act, it was something you want to kill yourself over. If Ito remembered everything she did, she'd probably be highly agitated from shock. No, she's a girl, she exposed herself like that. It wouldn't be far-fetched to think she might commit suicide, like Imari said. And if someone like that came to pass, I could be the one to blame. But even if I were true, it probably wasn't a crime to use magic. There was no proof, and even if I turned myself in, they would only escort me to the nearest asylum. Even so, I felt remorseful I did. All I could do was pray that Ito didn't remember anything that just happened. It's nothing. Imari's voice brings me back to Earth. I get up from my seat. I hurry away from the desk. I brush Imari off with the first lie that comes to mind and leave the classroom. Is she okay? I headed straight for the nurse's office. I ran into Saki in front of the nurse's office as she was leaving. I guess Saki was worried about Ito too, and came to see how she was doing. She has an even darker expression on her face now. She doesn't even notice at me as she passed by. Maybe she's feeling guilty for having given Ito such an ominous reading. Even if that meant she'd been right, no one would be happy after witnessing Ito's act. Of course, she'd be in shock. I felt the same way. I opened the door to the nurse's office and peered inside. It's completely silent inside. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I wonder if the nurse is out, but I know for sure that this is where they brought Ito. I go out inside and shut the door, quietly enter the room. There are 2 beds in the back, separated by a curtain. I go behind the curtain and look inside. Mika Ito is asleep in bed, almost looking as if she were dead, but her chest rises and falls, and I can tell she's breathing. To look at her, you wouldn't think anything was wrong. I wonder if this magic had worn off yet.
Ito?
I call out softly to Mika Ito as she sleeps. There's no response. Ito. I raise my voice a little, but the results are the same. I have no choice but to touch Ito and try to shake her. But the instant I touch her, I can feel something strange. Something's not right. Move my hand a little. I trace outlines of her body and can feel the strange sensation through the thin blanket covering Ito's body, but it's kind of firm elasticity. Gently, I pull back the sheet. Hastily, as if to escape from her naked body, I draw the sheet back over Ito. Otherwise, I might start having depraved thoughts, and just thinking about that immoral act made me excited. But I wasn't there to do a low thing, and just because she was asleep doesn't mean she wouldn't wake up. Ito continued to sleep, her breathing peaceful. Just as I thought, there's nothing I could do for her now. I mean, I was the one who driven her to this state, and if I tried to comfort her, it would only be deceiving her, myself. I'm out of here. Bid farewell to Ito and whisper and step away from the bed. The best thing I can do for her is to stay away. Anyway, I'm the last person who should be giving her moral support now. Just about to leave the nurse's office, the door is opened by a woman. It's Rika Kitami, who runs the nurse's office.
いえ、ちょっと伊藤さんのことが気になって、それに先生に様子を見てこいって言われたから。
Hearing this, Dr. Kitami stares at me.
あなた同じクラスの水瀬君ね。
For some reason, this professor makes me uncomfortable. There are a lot of unsavory rumors about this woman, that she's gotten involved with some students, that kind of thing. Ooh. At any rate, I had never heard anything positive about her. Not that I've ever been a victim, but ever since I've seen that basement room, I started to get the feeling that rumors weren't necessarily just rumors. Still, for some reason, a lot of students have a crush on Kitami. Well, she is pretty hot. Nope. She stares at me with suspicious eyes. Something about the way she's looking at me sends shivers up and down my spine. Looking into her eyes makes me feel as though she's about to see right through me inside my mind. Just as I spit out the words as if I escaped from her curse, averting my eyes from Kitami's gaze. As Kitami speaks, she pulls curtains shut with a snap so no one can see Ito's bed. I say this as I make my escape from the room. I can feel Kitami's gaze train on my back until I close the door. I slam the door shut and hang my head on my chest. Those eyes of Kitami's made me way too uncomfortable. It was a long shit. When I return to the classroom, Imari throws me a suspicious and cold glance. So perspective. I smile ruefully and give Imari this answer, but Imari keeps glaring at me coldly. Dang it! Alright, who the hell said that? Guiltily, I avert my eyes from Imari. If only I didn't feel any guilt, I wouldn't have a problem snapping back at Imari. I made a supreme effort to act so nothing was wrong, but I can't stop myself from feeling shaken. I have no doubt in my mind that Imari, with our powers of perception, can see right through me. Imari pouts as she says this and flaunches back to her seat. I guess I made her mad, but that's nothing unusual. A woman's heart in the autumn sky. Imari loses her temper quickly, but she also calms down just as quickly. All I have to do is leave her alone and she'll be fine. Then afternoon class starts. As it turns out, Mika Ito does not return to the classroom. Well, that makes sense. Her shoes are gone too. She probably went straight home. I feel sorry for her, but there's nothing I can do. Look upon them, not with envy, but with pity. I remember that phrase from the Book of Magic. With pity, not with envy. That's exactly how I'm feeling. The school bell rings, announcing the end of classes for the day. I've been released from the confines of school. Imari comes right up to me. I don't have time for the art club today. I got clear things up about that book no matter what. Just realized today that it would be foolish to try my hand magic without knowing anything about it. And that's why I had to find out all I could as soon as possible. Plus, if it turns out that spells in the book are worthless, then it'll prove that what happened today wasn't my fault and the spells do work. I know that what I should really do is get rid of that book. Still, there's no way I can get out of reading it. It might be risky to hold on to it, but at the same time, it's just too seductive. You can just get rid of it, dude. And besides, I was pretty much addicted to it by now. Oh no. He's gonna be consumed by power.
どんな用事よ。クラブをサボるほどの理由なの？
Emery looks at me in disbelief.
図書館で調べたいことがあってね。
図書館？珍しいわね。水瀬がそんな場所に行くなんて。
She really is a real little witch.
僕だってたまには勉学に勤しむこともあるさ。
勉強？嘘ばっかり。
I guess she's just not going to believe me. But the part about going to the library is true. Although studying might not be the accurate term here, my best bet is probably to try and find books on that topic at the
と
library.
にかく今日は図書館に行かなければならないの。
部活終わってから行けばいいじゃない。
図書館は5時で閉館するだろ。それじゃあゆっくり見る暇がないじゃないか。
本当に図書館行くの？だいたい水瀬って図書館の利用カードも持ってなかったんじゃないの？
Wow, he doesn't have one? When I hear this, oh, he does. I remove my lunch library card from my wallet and show it to her.
ほら、ちゃんと持ってるよ。
Thank God I had one made, just in case I ever found a use for it.
だからって信じられないな。らしくないもん。
疑り深いやつだな。
じゃあ私も付き合ってあげるわ。本当に勉
No,
強する
stop
のは
following me. Emery makes a suggestion with a triumphant smile. She's gotta be kidding me. If Emery came along, who knows what kind of question she'd be firing at me when she saw the books I checked out. She also found out that I wasn't there to study. I really had to shoot this idea
つ
down.
まりは部長だろ。部長も副部長もサボってちゃ後輩に示しがつかないんじゃなかったっけ？ほら、だからせめて今には顔を出しとけよ。
I frankly tried to convince Emery not to tag along.
それもそうだけど困ったな。図書館か。そういえば借りたい画集とかあったっけな。
Emery groans to herself as she weighs her options. If I hang out with Emery any longer, no good will come out of it. I seized the opportunity to break away from her.
よし、やっぱり私も行く。
Dang it!
水瀬
Oh,
が
he
い
ran
ます。
away. That's
それ
good.
じゃあ、あとよろしく。
Dud dud dud. Those are my words as I make a mad dash out of the room.
待て
ついてくるな。
Dud dud dud. Emery breaks into a run in hot pursuit. This is bad. In the race with Emery, I'm the one with disadvantage. If I play fair, I have no chance of winning. So withdraw the secret weapon I saved for such
くら
occasion.
え。
I throw it behind me at Emery's feet. It's a banana peel. I saved the peel from today's lunch today just for this purpose. Oh wow, really? She slips on banana peel. Slam, slither, slam. Emery slips on the peel and slips all over the place. Now there's no one in the way. I make an easy escape from the school grounds and head towards the library. I enter the library and start looking for books I need among the shelves. Probably because I don't come here often. I have no idea where anything is. I already decided what I'm going to look into first. I'm going to do research on what Saki and others mentioned the other day, Walpurgis Night. Saki had said that they were trying to commune with the spirits because the Night of Walpurgis was close at hand. That phrase had stuck in my mind. The Night of Walpurgis, I heard it somewhere before, and I couldn't swear I heard it fairly recently. But where did I hear it? I was right on the verge of remembering, but I couldn't. It was bothering me. First of all, I take a thick dictionary, open it, and start searching for the word Walpurgis. But that word isn't listed in this dictionary. I tried looking up in other books, but I have no luck finding anything close. Well, maybe it's just not listed in any dictionary. If only I knew how to spell it in English, it would broaden my search options. I'm staring there at a loss in front of these shelves, stacked with books, when my eyes happen to meet those of a girl wearing my school uniform who was about to pass by.
あなたは
Oh, Shiraki. This is where I'll be stopping off for today. Thanks for watching this part of Bio Black. Have a great day, night, wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.